Hi, everybody. Do you remember when I told you not very long ago that everything is obvious once it happens? Hi, everybody. Todd Conklin, Pre-Accident Podcast. How are you? This is the safety moment. Did I sound depressed when I started? I wanted to give it kind of a different flair. Did it work? Did it feel differently? So today we're going to talk about the fact. I want to actually give you a quote. It's not terribly earth shatter. Well, kind of earth shatter. I mean, I don't think the earth's going to shatter. But it's a really interesting quote. I want you to listen to it because I kind of want you to think about it. The extreme case is often actually the purest data set you'll ever have around the system, the failure, whatever the extreme case is. I want you to think about that, because what that quote is telling you, that's kind of a science guy quote, just in case you're wondering. What that quote's telling you is when you look at the worst possible thing that could happen, what you're creating is the most pure understanding, the most pure data set, the most pure information you'll ever get for how the failure will happen. So worst case scenario planning, probably pretty important. But I want to use this a little differently for this safety moment. The thing that actually bugs me, and I think about it a lot, is that for the most part, our industry, no matter if you're DevOps or medical or a pilot or a safety guy or whatever it is you do, our industry generally uses failure to try to describe how normal operations function. So we'll look at a process that normally works really well, that just goes puttering along. It's just always kind of working. Then it fails. And we'll use that failure then to change normal operations. I think that's wrong. I think that's a very extreme data set. It's a very pure data set around the failure. The way the failure happened. I think about this all the time. There's only one way for the failure to have happened. That makes sense, right? Because that's the purest data set for a failure in retrospect. But there are an infinite number of ways for the failure not to have happened. That's what I want to key in on. Instead of using failure to describe success, why don't we use success to predict failure? So instead of using the purest form of data for a failure to try to transcribe normal, let's put it on its head and let's actually understand how normal work happens in order to predict the potential for it to fail. I don't know, kick it around. It's worth thinking about, and it force functions us to look at how normal work happens. And I'm relatively certain we're not very good at that. Think about it. That's the safety moment for today. Learn something new every single day. Have as much fun as you possibly can. And for goodness sakes, be safe.